फ्रेंड्स, मैं हूं आपकी दोस्त और होस्ट नेहा बंसल और आप देख रहे हैं इंडिया ब्यूरो। विवादित फिल्म पद्मावती का ट्रेलर लॉन्च। संजय लीला बंसाली की विवादित फिल्म पद्मावती का ट्रेलर मुंबई के अंधेरी स्थित पीवीआर थिएटर में रिलीज किया गया।
As producers, we've always thought, how do we take this film, how do we make it bigger, how do we scale it up, how we take it to the world, what is it that we do which we have not done earlier. So, first up, this is already the largest, biggest Hindi film under production. That's the first one. Second one, this will be the widest ever 3D release in Hindi, for which you saw the trailer. And third, this film is going to be taken to the world by none other than Paramount Classics. So Paramount, the 100-year-old studio, is going to take this film and distribute it the world over, whether it's Europe, whether it's US, China and beyond. So I think this is a very proud moment for us as a studio to take this and to bring in a true blue Hollywood studio and show them this and say that, would you look at this film or would you take it to the world? And they've been very, very impressed with it and they're very keen and they are taking it on, and that's the other announcement that I wanted to share with you all. So Padmavati Chali America in that sense. I'm saying America only because Paramount is headquartered out of that. But indeed it's a proud moment for us because it's about Hindi films making a mark at a global level, and what better film than this to do that. Thank you.
उल्लेखनीय है कि यह फिल्म काफी समय से विवादों के घेरे में है, जिसके चलते इसके ट्रेलर लॉन्च के वक्त सिर्फ अभिनेत्री दीपिका पादुकोण ही वहां नजर आई। इस मौके पर यहां मौजूद दीपिका पादुकोण और प्रोडक्शन के कुछ अधिकारियों से जब पत्रकारों ने विवादास्पद सवाल किए तो उन्हें उनके सवाल पूछने से मना कर दिया गया। आइए देखते हैं क्या कहती है दीपिका पादुकोण फिल्म पद्मावती को लेकर। पेश है उस्मा खान की खास रिपोर्ट।
रानी साहब, भाई साहब, प्लीज पधारो सा on stage. Deepika Padukone, the very gorgeous, the very beautiful, the very talented Deepika Padukone. Please take the center seat. Also मैं बुलाना चाहूँगी नमित मल्होत्रा जी को, the founder, executive chairman and global CEO of Prime Focus Limited. Sir, please.
So gentlemen and ladies, this is the technology part, which I'm only pleased to introduce to you the man behind Prime Focus, who's rendering this beautiful 3D. So it's very important. He's a very important partner in our journey, and I'm pleased to have him here. Welcome.
अच्छा दीपिका, एक सवाल मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ। I love dancing, plus आप जिस टाइप के गाने करते हैं, तो हम सभी लोग इसके ऊपर the first time we see हम choreography सोचने लग जाते हैं। You must have already seen on YouTube. There are so many dancers who are performing on your song घूमर. So पहले गरबा, फिर लावणी, फिर घूमर. I know कि संजय लीला बंसाली जी अपनी हर फिल्म में कुछ ना कुछ folk music include जरूर करते हैं. So you must be all prepared ना कि मुझे 66 चक्कर लगाने हैं, या पहले से चक्कर खा के सोचती होंगी कि ये तो करना ही है. क्या सोचते हैं आप?
When I did my first film with him, and maybe even the half of Bajirao Mastani, I always felt like as an actor, okay, I have to go prepared, I have to rehearse, I have to, I have to know exactly what I'm doing to be able to deliver in the way that he expects you to.
Yeah.
I think halfway through Bajirao Mastani and now with Padmavati, I realized that with him, you have to just trust and you have to just go with the flow. So if you talk about Ghumar, for example, I think what I focused on was learning the essence of Ghumar itself. I think for 2 days we tried to sort of set the choreography, because he said, even I want to be, I want to change the way I work. I want to, I want you to rehearse and have the song ready, and so that when we come on set, we just shoot the song. And there are no changes.
66 चक्कर rehearse भी किए और
नहीं किया मैंने actually, set पे जाके ही किया मैंने, because that was not planned at that point. And as expected, I think what happened is what I worked on for about 2 or 3 weeks was just to learn the essence of the folk dance of Ghumar. And then every day on set, I think we were just creating as we go, because I think Sanjay sir and I work best like that. We work best on instinct, not planning too much at that point. In fact, there have been times where we rehearse a lot for a scene and the next day we go to shoot it and everything changes, because its creativity flows. It's not something that you can print and it's not etched forever. You want to, you flow, and that's the way we work best together.
Lovely, I love this song. Thank you so much for this song. उसी के साथ में नमित मैं आपसे भी पूछना चाहूँगी, जब पहली बार संजय लीला भंसाली जी ने आपको बताया कि हम एक 3D वर्जन निकालने वाले हैं इस फिल्म का, so how was your reaction? Were you like shocked or were you tensed or were you happy, excited? What did you feel?
मेरी हिस्ट्री संजय जी के साथ बहुत पुरानी है. इनफैक्ट मैं बाहर कह ही रहा था कि दिस इज थर्ड टाइम लकी. मैं उनको 3 फिल्मों से कोशिश कर रहा हूँ उनको कन्विंस करने के लिए कि ये करना चाहिए. वो कन्विंस हमेशा थे. आई थिंक इस बार हमने एक स्टेप आगे लिया, उनको 3D का एक सैंपल बनाकर दिखाया.
अच्छा, तो ये आपकी तरफ से शुरुआत हुई है?
उनको तो करना ही था हमेशा.
Oh, so he's the man.
He's always the man.
No, you are the man.
We are only executing his vision. I think we know he can do what nobody else can do, and I have great excitement and enthusiasm that what we've been able to do, fortunately for all the biggest films in Hollywood, we will bring the same technology and push the boundaries in India, and that's a real proud moment for me and my company.
दीपिका, आलोक है आपकी राइट में. एक तो बहुत ही अद्भुत ट्रेलर है, कितनी दफे देखो कम है, तो इसके लिए मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा. सवाल है बाजी, उसके पहले रामलीला, अभी पद्मावती. पद्मावती की चुनौतियाँ कितनी डिफरेंट थी आपके लिए, अगर आप शेयर करना चाहें, रानी साहब का किरदार निभाने?
बहुत ही अलग था मेरे लिए. I feel even though with Mastani there was a sense of historic and a warrior princess, here her battles are very different. Her power and energy is very different. She doesn't go out to the battlefield. She doesn't have a talwar or a armor that she wears, जैसे आपने मस्तानी में देखा. Here, the spirit is similar. Her purity, her intensity, her values, what she stands for. All of those are very, very relatable, very, very identifiable, yet not in the literal sense. And for me as an actor, I found that even more difficult. As Mastani, if I have to show warrior princess, it's easier for me to have a talwar in my hand and go to a battlefield and do horse riding and actually show you what it is like to go and fight a war. How do you fight so much more than just a war? You're standing up for your tradition, your culture, your heritage, your passion, love. There's so much that's going on. How do you stand up for all of that just by emoting without any tools? So I think that is what I found extremely challenging for me with Padmavati.
पद्मावत आपने पढ़ा था इसके पहले? पद्मावत के बारे में किसी ने आपको जानकारी दी इस किरदार के लिए?
Sanjay sir and I have been discussing it for almost 2 years since we were shooting Baji Rao. And so, in fact, just yesterday somebody asked me, how long have you been preparing for this? It's not in the last 1 year that I have been shooting. I think I've been living with this now for almost 2 or 3 years, correct me if I'm wrong, Shobha, where Sanjay sir is the kind of person, he'll be, he sits at his monitor, he's scribbling, he's writing something. What are you doing 2 years from now? Sir, I don't know, sir. So I'm thinking, and he kind of just plants that thought in your head. And that's when the movie begins for me as an actor, and I'm sure for him creatively as well, because it's not for me, it's not the physical. Of course, all of these things are, it's done. Getting into the look, preparing for a song, for example, going for rehearsals. That's the physical preparation. But your mental and emotional preparation starts, it's almost like 2 to 3 years.
मिस्टर अंधारे, ये तो आज 31 तारीख है, कल 1 तारीख हो जाएगी, 1 महीने का वक्त होगा. प्रमोशन के लिए किस तरीके से और कैसे कैसे मंच हम सबको देखने को मिलेंगे, थोड़ा उस पे आप अपना.
देखिए, आज हम जिस कारण से मिल रहे हैं, that itself is about how do you make this film, punch above its enormous weight. So first of all, it's a film with enormous weight. Therein lies the biggest news, which I said the first thing. Now second is how do you make it punch above it. So 3D we have already done. There are more things that I'm not at a stage of announcing, but we are planning beyond 3D. What else can we do? How can we make it bigger, more impactful? In terms of distribution, I already told you that it's going to the world through a blue-blooded Hollywood studio. It's an important thing to understand. See, because we always bring these Hollywood films, and we are distributing and marketing them. So it's for the first time, and we take notes when they present the films to us. It is the first time when we had this, very Columbic feeling of going out there and, sharing that, what, we have a film to show you, and they took notes. It's something very special. And so I think that's a very big step in how this film is going to go to the world at a very unprecedented scale. What you've seen in terms of trailer is something which has already made a huge impact. You will of course see as the songs unravel, and I think in some cases, less is more also works brilliantly. So I think we don't want to just get carried away and put all the firepower out there. I think the right way is to tease people in the right way and then bring them to the epic that Padmavati is. I think that will be the right approach here.
अभी तक आप देख रहे थे इंडिया ब्यूरो की खास रिपोर्ट। फिर मिलेंगे नई नई खबरों के साथ। तब तक मुझे इजाजत दीजिए। नमस्कार।